Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Siti Julaeha, and today I'd like to explain about tenses, noun, and sentence. Now we're gonna talk about tenses first. Tenses is defined as the form of a verb which shows the time and the state of an action or event. They are three measured by the time, such as present, past, and future, and by the characteristics such as simple, continuous, perfect, and perfect continuous. But the main measure is present tense, past tense, and future. And all of that has divided into into four form each other. Now we're gonna talk about present tense. Present tense shows the action is mentioned simply without anything being said about the completeness or incompleteness of the action. The first form is simple present. Simple present is used to express habit, fate, command, and warning. The time signal is usually, every, always, often, and etc. The form is subject and verb 1, also the suffix s. For example, I drink milk every morning. And this is a note, the suffix s is used only for third person subject, such as he, she, it. For another example, we can see is she drinks milk every morning. And the second is present continuous. Present continuous is used to express action going at the time, a temporary action, and action has already been arranged. The time signal is now, right now, nowadays, at present, and etc. The form is subject, to be, such as am is are, and verb ing or present participle. For example, I am going to Australia next month. And the third is present perfect. Present perfect is used to indicate completed activities in the immediate past. Express past action whose time is not given, not divided, and past action that have been effect in present. The time signal is already, is just, signs, for, not, blah, 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 yet. The form is subject, have or has, and verb 3. For example, I have learned how to draw on digital science 2020. And there is the rule when use have or has. Have is used for subject I, you, we, and they, and has is used for subject he, she, it. Now the last form of present tense is present perfect continuous. Present perfect continuous is to express an action which began in the past and still continue. The time signal is for blah 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 until now and signs blah blah blah. The form is subject, have or has, been, and verb ing or present participle. For example, she has been drawing for 2 hours. And the rule of have or has is same. And this is a past tense. Past tense it shows the action or event that has occurred in the past. The first form is simple past. It's used to express action completed in the past and past habit. The time signal is yesterday, last month, 2 days ago. The form is subject and verb 2. For example, he went to Garut yesterday. And next is past continuous. Past continuous is used to denote an action going on at some time in the past. The form is subject, was or were, plus verb ing. For example, he was reading a book. And this is the rule when you use was or were. Word is used for a subject I, you, we, they. And was is used for the subject he, she, it. And the third is past perfect. Past perfect is used to express an action completed before a certain moment in the past and when two actions happen in the same time. I'm sorry, I mean at the same time. The time signal is after, until, and before. The form is subject, had, and verb 3. For example, I went on holiday after I had taken the exam. And the last is past perfect continuous. Past perfect continuous is used to express an action that began at a certain point in the past and continue up to that time. The time signal is for and when. The form is subject, had, been, and verb in. For example, Jack visited me when I had been sleeping for an hour. Now this is the last major in tenses such as future tense. Future tense it shows the action or event that likely occur in the future. The first form of future tense is simple future. It's used to express about what we think will happen in the future. The time signal is tomorrow, next, soon, and later. The form is subject, will or shall, and verb 1. For example, she will visit me tomorrow. And this is the rule to use will or shall. Will is used for the subject I and we, and shall is used for subject he, she, it, they, and you. And the second is future continuous. Future continuous is used to express action which will be in progress in the future. The time signal is all day tomorrow. The form is subject, will or shall, be, and verb in. For example, he will be playing football next Sunday. And the rule is still the same. And the third is future perfect. Is used to express action that will be completed by a certain future time, and the time signal is by the end of. The form is subject, will or shall, and verb 3. For example, I will have written this poem by the end of this day. And the last form of future tense is future perfect continuous. It's used to express action will be in progress over a period of the time that will end in the future. The form is subject, will or shall, have, been, and verb in. For example, I shall have been dating with Brian for 10 months by the end of this year. So that's all about the tenses. Now we move to the second subject about noun. Noun is a word used as the name of a person, place, or thing. For example, Jake, Curl, Cup, Moscow, Honor, and etc. And there is kind of noun such as proper noun, common noun, material noun, abstract noun, collective noun, countable noun, uncountable noun, and compound noun. And this is the definition of each kind of the noun. The first one is proper noun. Is the name of a particular person, thing, or place. It always writes in a capital letter at the beginning of the word. For example, Delhi is a busy city. The proper noun is Delhi. And the next is common noun. Common noun, it's the name given to every common person or a thing of the same kind or class or type. Common is means shared by all. For example, dog, cat, table, cave, boy, girl, food, phone, computer, shop, carrot, and etc. And next is material noun. It denotes the material of the thing and the matter of substance. These are not counted. For example, the chair is built of wood. And the abstract noun, It's the name of quality, concept, idea, action, or state belonging to an object. For example, quality, brightness, laziness, wisdom, darkness, and etc. And the collective noun is the name of a collection of person or thing taken together or a group, for example, flock, audience, class, committee, crowd, fleet, herd, jury, and family. And compound noun is when two or more words create a noun, then this type of noun are called a compound noun. For example, credit card, daughter-in-law, and etc. And countable noun is for something that can be counted. For example, house, apple, tree, girl, and etc. And the last is uncountable noun. It stands for something that cannot be counted, that only can be measured, for example, sand, grass, water, and etc. And that's about noun. Now you're gonna move and talk about sentence. A sentence is a group of words with a subject, a verb, and a complete idea. For example, I tried to draw on digital in 2020. Sentence is have has three types such as simple sentence, compound, and complex sentence. The simple sentence is a sentence with one subject and one main verb. For example, he broke the door. And the compound sentence is consists of two or more simple sentence or independent clause joined by coordinating conjunction. The coordinating conjunction in compound sentence such as for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. For example, Jay broke the door, but he didn't feel guilty. And before we talk about the complex sentence, I'll explain about independent and dependent clause first. Independent clause is now as simple sentence, which means the sentence can stand alone as a sentence by itself. And dependent sentence is consists of a subject and verb, but it can stand alone as a sentence. I'm sorry, I mean independent clause and dependent clause. Now we're gonna talk about the complex sentence. Complex sentence consists of one independent clause and at least one dependent clause. A complex sentence has a subordinate conjunction to connect the independent clause and the dependent clause. The subordinate conjunction such as after, although, because, before, if, since, unless, until, when, and while, and etc. For example, my mom laughed so loud when I told the joke. And there is a note, if dependent clause compares, a comma should be used. And it's called a periodic sentence. For example, when I told a joke, my mom laughed so loud. And that's the explanation about the sentence. Okay, that's all my explanation about tenses, noun, and sentence. So thank you for watching. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.